Next chapter, very important chapter, emergency provisions. This emergency provisions that will be dealing in which part? Part 18 of the Constitution. Part 18th of the Constitution. And we are having three types of emergency. The first one is national emergency. Next, president's rule. Then, financial emergency. This deals with article 4 articles are different from each emergencies. Let us study each one of them. Emergencies. National emergency. See, all these kind of emergencies will be promulgated by the president itself. ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾರು? President. But president is not having the solely power to decide to promulgate these kinds of emergencies. For him, the PM and Council of Ministers will advise to bring the national emergency or to bring the financial emergencies. Got it? Okay. President will not having the right to take the sole decision to announce this kind of emergencies. Okay. Firstly, let us study the national emergency. Just put the heading national emergency. National emergency. This can be declared by whom? The president. President will declare the national emergency only during the war or external aggression, or armed rebellion. This armed rebellion is the new word. This was been replaced with the old word called as internal disturbance. See, when there is a war, president can declare national emergency throughout India or a part of India. And also the external aggression means when the India is having the war with enemy country, that is called as external aggression. That is like a war itself. Or as armed rebellion. Armed rebellion means violence with the help of weapons. Okay. Internal disturbance. If there is a lot of internal disturbance within India, if there is a lot of strike, that too with the help of weapons, if they are having the communal violence, okay, ಈ ವೆಪನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ವೈಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಆ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿಯನ್ನು ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. Okay, while during the war or external aggression or armed rebellion. This word previously for this they used to call it as internal disturbance. But in 1978 they have replaced this word from internal disturbance to armed rebellion. This word was vague. Actually, it was not exactly what it meant. Internal disturbance andre yav tara? What kind of internal disturbance? That's why this word was vague. They replaced from this word to armed rebellion in 1978 with the help of 44th Constitutional Amendment Act. Emergency this chapter that deals with the Article 44 itself, not 42. Okay, Article 42 that deals with the emergencies. Okay, 44th, with the help of 44th Constitutional Amendment Act in 1978, 4 plus 4, 8. Here also 8. Okay, they have changed many clauses in emergency chapter. Let us deal with that. Write down, let me dictate. President can declare national emergency. President can declare national emergency when there is a war, or external aggression, or armed rebellion, comma, this national emergency can be declared for the whole India, or a part of India. Full stop. Write down the next sentence. Put the title note. Okay. Armed rebellion was inserted by 44th Constitutional Amendment Act, 44th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1978, replacing the original word internal disturbance. Full stop. This national emergency is of two types. One is external emergency and internal emergency. When this external emergency is declared, that is when it's a war. When there is a war, it is called as external emergency. When this internal emergency will be declared? When there is an armed rebellion. Armed rebellion means internal disturbance within India. Okay. External emergency, internal emergency. If there is a war with Pakistan, then we'll call it as external emergency. If there is any kinds of internal disturbance or violence in any of the state, it is called as internal emergency. Write down. Till now, 3 national emergencies have been promulgated. Till now, 3 national emergencies have been declared or promulgated. Do you know in which year? 1948. No, not during that time. Yeah, that one. Then Indo-China War. 62. 1962. Indo-China War. Indo-China War. 19. Just check in the Indo-Pakistan War. Is it 1972 or something? Nineteen 1962, Indo-China War. 1971, India-Pakistan War. 1975, that is of internal disturbance. Write down that 3. 1975 because of internal disturbance. Okay, see ya. Indo-China, there was a war, that's why during that time president have declared national emergency. And during second time, that was India-Pakistan war. During that time, again national emergency was been declared. The third one, that is internal disturbance. Internal disturbance. That is during whom? Indira Gandhi's era. Indira Gandhi. In 1972, this is 1975. In 1972, there was the general elections of the Lok Sabha. And in Raebareli constituency, Indira Gandhi ji and also Raj Narayan, okay, both were contesting for the elections in one constituency. Indira Gandhi have won that election. And then during that time, there was Congress party have just got the ruling of that because they have got lot of majority. But Raj Narayan, he approached Allahabad High Court that Indira Gandhi ji had made malpractice during elections. The malpractice will be in the form of she has used a lot of government employees for campaigning and government vehicles for campaigning. Okay. And lot of book capturing have been happened. That's why she has won. Okay. And these allegations, with the help of the valid proofs, he submitted for the court. Allahabad High Court declared that election is void. Okay. And that was declared, the Allahabad High Court declared that Indira Gandhi is guilty. ತಪ್ಪಿತಸ್ಥರು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಯಿತು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮಾಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೂಫ್ಸ್ಗಳಿತ್ತು. ಒನ್ಸ್ ದ ಅಲಹಾಬಾದ್ ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ಡ್ Indira Gandhi is guilty, then there were lot of protests was going on. Indian National Congress and also versus Raj Narayan Party. Raj Narayan Party, all the students, workers, okay, laborers, everybody were supporting for Raj Narayan. And also National Congress, in Indian National Congress, too, Karyakartaru, Elru, they were supporting for Indira Gandhi. Then that led to the violence, communal violence, and that led to the violence. Okay. Political party violence lead ಆಯಿತು, and there were a lot of harm and death, property damage was been happening. During that time, there was protesting that Indira Gandhi should resign because Allahabad High Court has given the judgment that she is guilty. And obviously, that is the time where Indira Gandhi should resign. But she took a decision that she don't wanted to resign and she wanted to rule the government. And during that time, she pressurized the president to bring this national emergency. That, see, in order to declare national emergency, the president is having the right, but there should be a written declaration that should be given by the cabinet. Cabinet is inclusion of PM and cabinet ministers. They are one who will recommend for the president to bring this national emergency. But Indira Gandhi ji, without consulting the cabinet ministers, directly she pressurized the president to bring the national emergency. And president declared national emergency during 1975. Okay. Our ruling party, the administration ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ PM ಒಂದು ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ during that time she has pressurized the president to declare national emergency. National emergency time nalli declare ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಲೋಕಸಭಾ will be there. Okay, ಇನ್ನೇನು ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಟೈಮ್ ಅದು, because they have lost the majority, because ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ that was elections were malpractice ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ already Allahabad High Court has given the judgment. ಬಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ they have declared national emergency. ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಸ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿನ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ there was an internal disturbance, that's why I have declared a national emergency ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು. Got it? Okay. That is because of 1975's internal disturbance regarding Indira Gandhi's elections. Okay. Now, let us study the parliamentary approval and duration of the national emergencies. What will be the duration and how it is the approval process in the parliament? Parliamentary, just put the heading, parliamentary approval and duration. For national emergency. First point, see there are 8 to 10 points you should study. First point is that proclamation. Proclamation means declaration. Okay? Declaration. The proclamation of emergency must be approved within 1 month by both the houses. From the date of its issue. Concentrate here. Who will declare national emergency? Who will declare? President will declare, Okay. Okay. President will declare national emergency. But who will advise him? Plus, cabinet ministers should advise. PM plus cabinet ministers. I didn't write council of ministers. Already I have told in this classes. This is council of ministers. In that there will be minister of states, then deputy ministers, along with lastly the cabinet ministers. Cabinet minister is the nucleus of the council of ministers. Very important ministries will be handled by these people. Very important ministries. Council of ministers ಎಷ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 80 ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. But cabinet ministers ಎಷ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ only 10 to 15 will be cabinet ministers. Very important ministries will be under their hands. Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Finance, ಈ ಥರ. There will be 10 to 15 that will be under their hands. Only these people will advise the president to promulgate the or to declare the national emergency in India. Once the president declares the national emergency, then that will be sent for both the houses. Okay. That letter will be sent for both the houses, and then they should pass it with simple majority. Let's see that as well. Okay. Firstly, it will be sent for both the houses. Within 1 month, they should give the approval for continuing the national emergency. ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋರು ಇವರು, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಂತ್ಸ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಯರ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗಬೇಕು ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ, that will be made by the houses, approval of houses. Okay. Within 1 month of their issue, both the houses should approve that. Okay, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡೋಣ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ. ಇವ್ರು ಘೋಷಣೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದನ್ನು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we need the approval of both the houses. Got it? Write down that. Then, see originally this was for 2 months of time. But with the help of 44 Constitutional Amendment Act, they have reduced the timeline. Previously it was 2 months. But with the help of 44th Constitutional Amendment Act in 1978, they reduced the duration from 2 months to 1 month. 1 month nalle approval sigli. 2 months is too much of time. Okay. In order to continue that national emergency, tumba time ತಗೊಳ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ 1 month nalle approval ಸಿಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ they have reduced the time. Okay. Next. As I told, both the houses should give the approval. Think that Lok Sabha is dissolved. Think that Lok Sabha has been dissolved. Okay. And only the Rajya Sabha is there. Rajya Sabha is a permanent house, it can't be dissolved. When the Lok Sabha has been dissolved during national emergency, approval ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ both the houses ಇಂದ. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಹೌಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗ, ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ until the next sitting, okay, the first sitting. See, there will be elections in emergency also. It doesn't mean that the Election Commission of India will not declare the elections. Next election ಬರೋವರೆಗೂ, okay, ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೊಸಬ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, okay, ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದು ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು within 30 days of time. 30 days ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ 1 month. Then it will just continue. At least their approval is necessary. Since this is a permanent house, it will give the approval. But think that Lok Sabha have been dissolved during national emergency. When there is a dissolution of Lok Sabha, but ಇವರು ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಈ ಹೌಸ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, after the next sitting, once there is an elections, once the members of Lok Sabha, they will take their charge within 30 days of time, they should also give the approval. Then this will continue. national emergency. Got it? At least one house ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಇವಾಗ, ಒಂದು ಹೌಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಹೌಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನೋಬಡಿ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಹೌಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ದ ಲೋಕಸಭಾ. Then within 30 days they should give the approval. How this Rajya Sabha have given the approval. Got it? Okay. Write down. Emergency will continue. See, emergency continue ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ we need both the houses approval. Think that ಈ ಹೌಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ. Think that this house is not there. But what does this first step is telling? We need both the houses approval. Think that this have been dissolved. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದೆನ್ ಇದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಇಸ್ ನೀಡೆಡ್. ರಾಜ್ಯಸಭಾಸ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಇಸ್ ನೀಡೆಡ್. ಮತ್ತೇನು ಅಂದರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಜಾಯ್ನೀಸ್ಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ನ್ಯೂ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಲೋಕಸಭಾ. ದೆನ್ ವಿದಿನ್ 30 ಡೇಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ if they give the approval, then it will get continue again. Anyway it will be continuing, but ಇನ್ನೂ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. Okay, that's why the new members of parliament, the new members of Lok Sabha, once they join that session, first session ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. if they give the approval, it will continue. Okay, ಅದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we need both the houses approval. But since this house is absent, it is been dissolved. They have already given the approval. ಇವರು ಒಂದು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಇವರು ಒಬ್ಬರಾದ್ರೂ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ. ಓಕೆ, ಇವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ. ಇವರು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲೋಕಸಭಾ ಇಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್, ಇಫ್ ರಾಜ್ಯಸಭಾ ಡಿಡಂಟ್ ಗಿವ್ ದ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್, ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ. ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ given the approval and there is no Lok Sabha here, it will continue. The national emergency will continue. But ಅದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ once a time they will get the elections also for them. Then the new members will join the Lok Sabha and then there will be again approval for this. ಇವು ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ದೇ ನೀಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಟು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. National emergency will continue. At least we need Rajya Sabha's approval if this Lok Sabha has been dissolved. ಇದು ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫಿಲ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ದೆನ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್. ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್, ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್. However, the declaration of emergency is issued. The declaration of emergency is issued write down. However, if the declaration of emergency, if the declaration of emergency is issued at the time when the Lok Sabha has been dissolved, or the dissolution of Lok Sabha takes place during the period of 1 month, without approving the proclamation, then the proclamation survives until 30 days from the first sitting of Lok Sabha after its reconstitution, provided the Rajya Sabha, provided the Rajya Sabha has in the meantime approved it. See, if there is no dissolution of house within 1 month, they should give the approval. ಅದು ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ವಿತಿನ್ ದಿಸ್ 1 ಮಂತ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಏನಾದರೂ ಈ ಲೋಕಸಭಾ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ರಾಜ್ಯಸಭಾ ಶುಡ್ ಗಿವ್ ದ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮೀನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ 1 ಮಂತ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯೂಚರಲ್ಲಿ, ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಅಗೇನ್. ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ only with the help of both the houses. Okay. But if there is a dissolution of Lok Sabha, at least we need Rajya Sabha approval, that's it. Ivaru irilla andru nadiyutte, but they should give the approval if the Lok Sabha has been dissolved. Next point. See here, if the proclamation have been approved, then this national emergency will continue only for the 6 months. ಈ ಥರ ಇವ್ರು ಏನಾದರೂ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಎಷ್ಟುವರೆಗೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ? ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ 6 months. ಅಗೇನ್ ಟು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಅಗೇನ್ 6 months. ಈ ಥರ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ 6 months. Write down. If approved by both the houses of parliament, the proclamation of emergency continues for 6 months. Till indefinite period. It can be extended to indefinite period. See here. The first time when they approve, it is for only 6 months. Again, if they want to continue, again they should approve. Again, if they want to continue, again they should approve. Till the indefinite period. It is not like maximum of 5 years or 3 years here. Okay. Till the law and order is maintained, when the war stops or the internal disturbance have been stopped, then they will approve till indefinite period. Okay. Once they maintain law and order, once they stop the war or once they stop the armed rebellion, then during that time this national emergency will be stopped. Okay. Approval madoke they need special majority. Okay. With the help of special majority only they can declare national emergency. With the help of this special majority, they can continue this national emergency for 6 months. ಈ ಥರ 6 months ಆಯಿತು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿಯಿಂದ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವ್. ಬೋತ್ ದ ಹೌಸಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವ್. Got it? Write down. Every resolution approving the proclamation or continuance Continuous. Must be passed. Must be passed. With the help of special majority. Full stop. This was been added by 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978. Write down like this. 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978. Don't write full form of that. Previously it was simple majority. Before 44 Constitutional Amendment Act, it was just a simple majority. They changed now to special majority. ಮುಂಚೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇತ್ತು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿಯಿಂದ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ವೈ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ದ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ವಿತ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಅವಾಗೆ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದು, ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತೇಳಿ. They should not take into the advantage. That's why they made a stricter voting, that is difficult voting process na use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ವಾಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ 50% ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್. ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ 2/3 ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದೇ ಮೇಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಟು ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ದ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸೀಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್, ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜಸ್ಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ they made it difficult to declare or continue the national emergencies in India. Since Indira Gandhi ji pressurized the president during that time, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಈ ಥರ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು, ಮಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಪವರ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟಾಗಿ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬ್ರಾಟ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ. ದಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ. ಓಕೆ, now put the heading, subtitle, disapproval. Now we have studied regarding the approval. Now it is disapproval. See, president can revoke the national emergency. Revoke ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಪಡೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದು. Revoke the national emergency. And along with that, in order to disapprove or discontinue this national emergency, only the Lok Sabha's approval is needed, not the Rajya Sabha here. Approval ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ both the houses approval is needed. ಇಲ್ಲಿ both the house. Disapprove ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ only the Lok Sabha's approval is needed. ಸಾಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Got it? Write down. President can revoke the emergency at any time. Full stop. But the disapproval can be made or passed only by Lok Sabha, hyphen simple majority, full stop. Approve ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ they need special majority. ಅದೇ disapprove ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ they need only simple majority. Got it? Approve ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ we need both the houses. Disapprove ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ we need only Lok Sabha. Any doubts? No doubts. Just go through that for a minute, whatever you have written. It is same 90% it is similar for financial emergency and president's role. That's why. Just put this table. Effects of national emergency. Effects of national emergency on fundamental rights. On fundamental rights. Which are the fundamental rights that will be suspended during national emergency? See, during national emergency, there will be suspension of your fundamental rights. Whatever the fundamental rights you have studied. Fundamental rights chapter from article 12 to 35. Just go through that video as well. If you didn't attend in the weekend batch. Have you written this table? Let us see the difference. See, when there is a declaration of national emergency by the president, your fundamental rights will be suspended except article 20 and 21. Got it? All the fundamental rights from article 14 to article 32 will be suspended, but only article 20 and 21 will not get suspension. Article 14 ಇಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು 32 ವರೆಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. but only the lifeline for you is 20 and 21. Even though when there is a declaration of national emergency, this article will not get suspension. Article 20 ಯಾವುದು? Article 20. Protection and convention of offenses. ನೆನಪಿದೆನಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ನೆನಪಿಲ್ಲ. Just open Article 20 if you have written Fundamental Rights chapter. ನೆನಪಾಗ್ಬೋದು ಇವಾಗ. ನೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋ ಲಾ, ನೋ ಡಬಲ್ ಜಿಯೋಪಾರ್ಡಿ, ನೋ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೋಡಿ. That one, and along with that, right to life. Right to life. Okay, Article 21. That will not get suspended. Got it? Protection of offenses. Adu. This both articles will not get suspended. Okay. In Article 358, concentrate here. Article 358, according to the Article 358, if the President declares the national emergency, that too on grounds of war or external aggression. External aggression or war ke sambandhpattante President declares that, okay, then Article 358, according to the Article 358, your Article 19 will get suspended. Article 19 is having 6 rights. Right to freedom of speech and expression, right to assemble, right to association, right to movement. Next, right to reside, right to choose your profession. All Article 19 will get suspended if they declare Article 358. Got it? Article 358 will be declared only on which grounds? War or external aggression. Think that India-Pakistan war is going on now. Okay. And according to Article 358, your Article 19 will get suspended. Article 19 will be having 6 rights there. Which are the 6 rights? Freedom of speech and expression. ಅವಾಗ ನಾ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಗೆ ಬಯೋದು ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನಿಗೂ ಬಯೋದು ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯುವರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್, especially the Article 19 will get suspended. Right to freedom of speech and expression, social mediaದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು and thoughts, everything it will get suspended, expressions. And also right to assemble. If there is any kind of war, national emergency anta throughout India ಆದರೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು or part of India ಆದರೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, it can be declared. You are not having the right to freedom of speech and expression, movement, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಂದರೆ ಅಡ್ಡಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಸೆಂಬಲ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ 3 to 4 persons ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ರೈಟ್ ಟು ರಿಸೈಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅದರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ರೈಟ್ ಟು ರಿಸೈಡ್, ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ suspended. Okay, and here Article 359, it can be declared in both external and internal emergency. External and internal emergency. ಇದು external emergency though. War and external aggression, that comes under external emergency. But this one, Article 359, that deals with the grounds like external and internal emergency. ಅಂದರೆ ವಾರ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿ, external aggression ಆಗಿರಲಿ, or else armed rebellion. ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ನಮ್ಮವ್ರು ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವೆಪನ್ಸ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತೊಗೊಂಡು they're killing each other, or there is a lot of violence, mass violence ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ president will declare Article 359. According to this, all the fundamental rights will get suspended except your Article 20 and 21. This will be a lifeline. ಇದು ಇರ್ತದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಬಟ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 ಓಕೆ 20, 21 ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸು ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡೆಡ್. ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇದೆ, ನಾನು ಏನು ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್ ಡೂ. ಓಕೆ, ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ 20 and 21 that will be a lifeline for you. It will not get suspended. ರೈಟ್ ಟು ಲೈಫ್, ಜೀವ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇದೆ, ಇವನ್ ದೋ there is a national emergency. Got it? And once there is a declaration of national emergency regarding Article 359, on the date of its announcement, this will get suspended. The date of its announcement, this Article 19 will get suspended. But idu aa thara alla. Once there is a declaration of national emergency based on this Article 359, President declare ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ the President can take time for suspension of each fundamental rights. ಎಲ್ಲ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. President can suspend any of the fundamental rights except this one. Article 14 ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, 15 ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, 16, 17, at any moment he can suspend. Okay, ಬಟ್ ಇದು ಡೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದು ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್. ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ಲಿ ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಓಕೆ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬೀನ್ ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡೆಡ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ 359 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. See, this one is for the entire country. This national Pakistan war ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿನ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಆರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ. This is for entire country or part of the country. Entire countryಗೂ ಇದನ್ನ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಆರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಎನಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಗಳಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಎನಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಗಳಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಇದು ಯಾವ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ಸು? ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಾರ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಅಗ್ರೆಷನ್, ವಾರ್, ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ವಾರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಅಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್. ವಿದಿನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ 359 ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ಡ್. ಅಂಡರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡೆಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್, 20 and 21. Any doubts? No doubts. Okay, let me dictate, write down that. Article 358 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. This one, first point here. First point I will dictate. Article 358 is confined to the fundamental right under Article 19. Full stop. Write down there for Article 359. Al barkoli, first point. Article 359 extends to all all fundamental rights, except Article 20 and 29. Except Article 20 and 29. Full stop. Second point in Article 358. This is for external emergency only. Write down in the bracket. War or external aggression. Bracket complete. Full stop. Write down there. It is declared for the grounds of external and internal emergency. External and internal emergency. Write down in the bracket. War or external aggression. Or armed rebellion. Full stop. Write down here for Article 358. Next point. Article 358 extends to the entire country. Next point there, Article 359. Article 359 may extend to the entire country, or a part of it, full stop. Concentrate here. During emergency, your fundamental rights will be suspended, but you are not having the right to approach any courts during emergency, that too regarding fundamental rights. If there is that will be a violation of fundamental rights only. Suspension of fundamental rights cannot be challenged in any court of law except this article 20 and 21. In normal days, if there is a violation of fundamental rights, you can approach Supreme Court or High Court. But during emergency, you can't approach Supreme Court or High Court. If there is violation of only Article 20 and 21, you can approach. If there is a violation of other articles except 20 and 20, you can approach. You can't approach. But if there is a violation of Article 20 and 21, you can approach for the Supreme Court or High Court. Got it? Okay. National emergency time, all your fundamental rights will be suspended. But you cannot challenge that in any court of law. And then fundamental rights kodi Article 14 in the head 32 vargu. You can't say that. But if there is a violation of Article 20 and 21, you can approach the Supreme Court or High Court. Article 20 in protection of conviction of offences, conviction of offences, okay, and also protection of life, Article 21. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರ adu bitre all the articles will be suspended, all the fundamental rights will be suspended. Got it? We have completed totally the national emergency. National emergency, we are having two types. One is external emergency, internal emergency. External emergency means war or external aggression. Internal emergency means armed rebellion. Then who will declare the national emergency in India? President. For president, who will advise? Prime Minister and cabinet ministers. Okay. And what is the duration and approval of the parliament regarding national emergency? Firstly, it should be approved by both the houses within a month from its issue. Okay. 1 month nalle eno antandre adanna ivaga president ಅವರು ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. See, firstly prime minister and cabinet minister will advise the president to declare national emergency. When this national emergency is declared by the president, ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ ಸಿಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಲೋಕಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಂಪಿಸ್ಗಳು, ರಾಜ್ಯಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಂಪಿಸ್ಗಳು. Then it will be sent for the both the houses. Within 1 month they should approve. Okay. Think that in that 1 month, if Lok Sabha have been dissolved, Lok Sabha suddenly dissolved without giving the approval. But Rajya Sabha has been given. Lok Sabha ಏನಾದರೂ disapproval, dissolve ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ till the next sitting, that national emergency will continue. Once there is a first sitting of new people, new members of that parliament, especially in Lok Sabha, then within 30 days they should give the approval. And once they give the approval, that will last long for only 6 months. The duration of national emergency will be only for 6 months. Again, to continue the national emergency, again they should pass. It will last for only 6 months. Till indefinite period of time ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. 1 ಸತಿ 2 ಸತಿ 3 ಸತಿ 10 ಸತಿ 20 ಸತಿನೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 6 months. ಈ ಥರ indefinite period of time they can do. But for approval from both the houses of parliament, what majority they need? Special majority. For approval of national emergency, they need special majority. And president can revoke back that national emergency also. And a disapproval ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ this Lok Sabha needs simple majority. Disapproval ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ they don't need 2 houses. In order to disapprove the national emergency, they need only 1 house. Lok Sabha only. In order to disapprove the national emergency. That too simple majority. Got it? Okay. This is same for the president's rule and financial emergency. 90% it is similar. Okay, 10% difference. Let us study that as well. Let's take a break of 10 minutes. Next one, President's rule. President's rule. Second one. President's rule. See here, President's rule can be declared if the state administration is been failed. Okay, if the state government fails to run the administration, run the government properly, then governor will recommend the president to declare president's rule. Got it? CM ಇರುವಂತ CM MLAs ಗಳು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. If there is lot of friction in the political party and if there is lot of instability in the constitutional procedure, what they are doing, the laws ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು and governance ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, if there is instability, then president's rule can be declared. And also if the state government is making the law which is unconstitutional, it is showing it is overriding the powers, ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ president can declare the president's rule. But president ಗೆ ಹೇಳೋರು ಯಾರು ಇರಬೇಕು? Governor should be there. Governor will tell, in our state the administration is not smooth. Okay, there is a constitutional machinery breakdown. That's why declare president's rule anta heli governor will tell for the president, then president will declare the president's rule in that specific state. Got it? Okay. Write down president's rule. Article 356. It can be proclaimed on two grounds. If the government of state fails to do the administration, full stop. The governor of state will give the report for the president. Then president can declare president's rule with or without governor's report. Full stop. Next point. If the state government fails to comply with or to give effect any direction from the center. Full stop. Here what it says, the second ground, the state government should act accordingly with the central government. State government ಗೆ ಅನಿಸ್ದಂಗೆ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನ ಇವ್ರು ಏನೋ ಯೂಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ president's rule can be declared. And nearly 125 times president's rule have been happened in India. Okay. Some of the states, they had 11 to 12 president's rule till now. Some of the states. Because majorly the central government party, political party will be different, and state political party, if that political party is also different, suddenly this PM and also the cabinet ministers along with the governor, they used to advise for the president to bring the president's rule. If state government, central government had both the same political party, ಅಲ್ಲಿ president's rule ಬರೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ. A central government ನಲ್ಲಿ, if that is central government has different political party, state government is having different political party, there was a lot of friction, and based on that second round they used to promulgate the president's rule. ಈ ತರ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. Okay. And let us see the parliamentary approval and duration, the same like national emergency. First one, parliamentary approval and duration. Write down that title. Parliamentary approval and duration. Whatever the first point you have written, write down that. The proclamation of emergency must be approved within 2 months. Within 2 months. The proclamation of emergency must be approved within 2 months by both the houses in the date of its issue. The second point, whatever you have written, the same, write it down. However, if the proclamation of the president's rule, replace that word national emergency with president's rule. If the Lok Sabha have been dissolved, then within 30 days of time from the first sitting of the Lok Sabha after its reconstitution, barkodidara nodi. Second point in national emergency, that same write it down here as well. Write down. Meanwhile, Rajya Sabha should approve. Adella bariri. Same point. Written. Next point. What you wrote? Next point. If approved by both houses of parliament, have you written that point? The third point. If approved by both houses of parliament, national emergency continues for 6 months. They are replaced with president's rule. President's rule will continue for 6 months. It can be extended for the maximum of 3 years. Concentrate here. Just see. Once they give the approval for president's rule, it will be for 6 months. For one time approval, it is for 6 months. If they want to continue, again they need approval. But the maximum, it is not indefinite period. It is 3 years. Write down this all. For approval, they need simple majority, not special majority. There, what we needed? Special majority, but here simple majority. Write down all this. Finish? Then, for revoking back this president's rule, president is having the right. President can revoke this president's rule, and for disapproval, no house majority is needed, no house approval is needed. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರಿ ಲೋಕಸಭಾ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರಿ. That is not needed here. Write down. The revocation of president's rule is made by the president. At any time. Full stop. But for disapproval of proclamation, no Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha approval is needed. Full stop. Note, till now 125 times president's rule have been imposed. So far. President rule is also called as deadly weapon. Okay. Previously, the same constitutional makers added this article 356 as a dead letter. Adon dead letter adu ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು rarest of the rare case ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ they thought. Constitutional makers, even Dr. B.R. Ambedkar thought that constitutional machinery will not break down, okay, frequently. But if there is a constitutional machinery breakdown, or if the state government doesn't run the administration smoothly, president, on behalf of president, governor will rule totally, but president can impose this president's rule. But constitutional makers thought this is the dead letter. This article 356 is called as dead letter according to them. But eventually, the same dead letter was converted as deadly weapon. How? The PM, the cabinet ministers, if they don't like that political party in that state, they used to pressurize this president to bring the president's rule. Got it? Okay. Central government ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು political party ಇದೆ. If they don't like this political party in any of the state, they used to pressurize the president to bring the president's rule. While during president's rule, CM and MLAs won't have the power because that house will be dissolved. That state legislative assembly will be dissolved. Got it? No power for CM and MLAs. When there is a declaration of president's rule, think in Karnataka, CM MLAs will not be having any right to create the laws. In order to do the administration, only the governor is having the power. Governor will run the Karnataka's administration on behalf of president. But governor the government employees will be government employees, that is civil servants, will run the administration on behalf of MLAs, CM. Okay, this is what the president rule explains. How many times president's rule was been imposed in Karnataka till now? Research president's rule in Karnataka. How many times it has been imposed? Six times. Last one is 2008. Some of the states had 11 to 12 times the president's rule till now. Got it? Okay. Write down that. Dead letter converted into deadly weapon. Dead letter. The dead letter of Constitution. Dead letter of Constitution has turned to be a deadly weapon. Next. Last one, financial emergency. Financial emergency, Article 360. Article 360. President will promulgate this financial emergency. President is having the right to declare or promulgate the financial emergency. So far, till now, none of the financial emergencies have been declared so far. From 1950 till 2025, there was no financial emergency have been declared. Got it? When, on what grounds the financial emergency will be declared? That is, if there is any financial crisis in the country During that time, financial emergency will be declared by the president. Okay. Financial crisis, financial instability, like the Sri Lanka had happened. Financial crisis agittu. That's why the president of Sri Lanka, the PM, everybody fled to the to the other states. I mean the other nations. Okay. See, during financial emergency, all the salaries of the government employees will be deducted. Even the judges of High Court, Supreme Court, their salaries will be reduced. Write down. Parliamentary approval on duration. Parliamentary approval and duration. No effects on fundamental rights. Write down in a note. Write down in a note. During president's rule, no effects on fundamental rights. No effects on fundamental rights. When the president's rule can be declared? When the state government fails to run the administration smoothly. If there is a constitutional machinery breakdown by the state government, this report will be given by the governor. Governor will give the report for whom? President. President will declare the president's rule in that particular state. And during that time, see, it is not obviously to declare the president's rule based on the report of governor. With or without the governor's report also, the president can declare the president's rule in that state, with or without the governor's report. And then this president's rule, on behalf of president, who is having the real power there to run that state government? Governor. The CM power, MLA's power, that will be handled by the governor. Okay. Governor will appoint the civil servants to run the administration. Got it? Maximum period will be 3 years. 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, etc. Maximum will be 3 years. Any doubts? Financial emergency, parliament role and duration. Financial emergency, parliamentary duration. Parliamentary approval and duration. Write down the same first sentence. Proclamation declaring financial emergency. Declaration of financial emergency. Financial emergency must be approved by both the houses of parliament within 2 months. Write down that second point. Same as of president's role, whatever you have written. Same second point. Third point. Once approved by both the houses of parliament, comma, the financial emergency continues for indefinite period. Full stop. For approval, both the houses should pass with the simple majority. Full stop. President can revoke the financial emergency at any time. Full stop. For disapproval, no Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, approval is needed. What is the duration? 2 months. It is for indefinite period. It is not like 6 months, continuation only for 6 months. At one stretch, if both the houses approve, it will be for indefinite period. Okay, 6 months approval in ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. At first step only, if both the houses pass, it will be for indefinite period till it gets revoked by the president. For revoking of this financial emergency or disapproving this emergency, no parliament's approval is needed. Lok Sabha no beda, Rajya Sabha no beda. Okay. And what is the effect of financial emergency? The effect of financial emergency is that the salary of the government employees will be reduced, including the judges of Supreme Court, High Court. Along with that, in normal time, the state government, how they pass the money bill? In normal days, how the state government pass the money bill, for that only governor approval is necessary. But during financial crisis, regarding money bill, that should be approved by the president, even for the state money bills. The approval is needed by the president as well. Okay. Let us see. Effects of financial emergency. Write down. Effects of financial emergency. Concentrate here. Expanded union control. During financial emergency, the central government is having lot of power to take the decision regarding state governments, especially in matter of finance. Finance ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೇನಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬಜೆಟ್ ನ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, and also reduction of that budget, expenditure of that, all will be reduced. That will be controlled by the parliament itself. Then salary reduction. Nodi. President can order a reduction in the salary and allowances of all or any class of government employees, including the central government staff, Supreme Court, High Court judges. Reservation of money bills. Okay. Let me take the example of Karnataka. Regarding money bill, in Karnataka, we are having state legislative assembly, state legislative council. Okay. This money bill will be introduced in state legislative assembly. Once it is been passed, it will be sent for the state legislative council, that is MLCs. They should pass within 14 days of time. If they don't pass within 14 days of time, it is deemed to be passed. It will be sent for the governor. If the governor accepts that bill and gives the signature, then that money bill will be passed. It will become an act. Okay. And concentrate here. This is during normal days when there is no financial emergency. But during financial emergency, that money bill should be considered and it should get the approval from whom? President. That's it. Okay. During financial emergency, the governor will keep that money bill for consideration for the president. Money bills and other financial bills passed by the state legislature. State legislature means both the houses. Okay. We are having bicameralism. Karnataka is having two houses, but Tamil Nadu is having only one house. They are not having this house. Whatever it is been passed in state legislative assembly, directly they will send it for governor. Governor will keep that bill for consideration for the president. Okay, must be reserved for the president's consideration, giving the central control over state financial decisions. The state government can't pass the bill without the consideration of president during financial emergency. That should get approval from the president. Yaudu bills kadu money bills and financial bills. We are having four types of bills. Yaudu ordinary bill, money bill, financial bill, constitutional amendment bill. But ordinary bill there is no necessary of having the consideration of president. But for money bill, financial bill, since this is a financial emergency, that's why the money and finance related to that kind of bills will be considered by the president itself. President will consider. Financial emergency andre eno? When there is less funds, means less economy in that India, in the country. Anta iddaga, if there is any crisis in India regarding finance matter, all the salaries will be reduced and the expenditure will be reduced. Got it? Expenditure for infrastructure development and then for the schemes, centrally sponsored schemes, centrally sector schemes, and also for state government schemes. If there are freebies, illanu stop. Got it? Only if there is emergency that we should do the expenditure for this sector. It is necessary for doing the expenditure in this specific sector, andre they will give the approval. If not, no. Whatever the amount they are doing the expenditure during normal time, they can't do that much of expenditure during financial emergency time. Only for basic necessity, they can do the expenditure. Got it? This is the end of this chapter. Till now, there is no declaration of financial emergency in India. Write down that. Note. Till now, no financial emergency have been declared. Till now, no financial emergency have been declared. And write down these points. And write down all these points.
Without imposing the Article 62 create, Article 19 will be alive.
Yes.
Same case of
Yes. In Article 358, it is particularly, it will target only the Article 19. It will suspend only the Article 19 there. All the other fundamental rights will be there.
It will suspend after time of
Okay, it will be suspended. Article 19 will be suspended only during national emergency. That too specific Article 358. But other rights will not get suspended. Only Article 19 will get suspended. Other rights and the other fundamental rights, 14, 15, 16, 17, everything will be there. Only Article 19 will get suspended. Not Article 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 18. Yeah, in national emergency. Article 358, when it can be declared on what ground? War, external aggression. Okay. Think when India and Pakistan are having the war, only Article 19 will get suspended, not the other articles. All the articles will be alive. Got it? But Article 359, all the fundamental rights can be suspended, excludation of Article 20 and 21. Okay. All. Or president can tell the specific article, specific fundamental right that is suspended. Article 19, 17, 14, 15 ಈ ತರನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. But 20 and 21 na, they can't suspend that. Article 20, protection of conviction of offense, and also Article 21, right to life, that is important. That can't be suspended. Article 358 ಯಾವ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗೋದು. Article 19, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. 20, 21, 23, 24, 25 till 32 it will not get suspended. Only Article 19 will get suspended. That's it. That's all the fundamental rights that you will be having that to utilize. Article 359 ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ರೆ all the fundamental rights can be suspended except 20 and 21. Article 20 ಏನ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ? No no ex post facto law, no double jeopardy, no self incrimination. No ex post facto law means no ex post facto law means whatever the offenses, whatever the crime offense that has been happened during that time, that law will be applicable. Okay. ಎರಡು ತರ ಕೇಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ಕೇಸ್. In criminal, okay, in criminal offenses, the punishment will be get for the date on which you have committed crime. That law will be applicable, not the future judgment. In the future judgment, that law will not be applicable. ಯಾವ ದಿನ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದಿರೋ, ಕೊಲೆ ಮಾಡಿದಿರೋ, ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಲಾ ಇತ್ತು, that will be applicable. But civil cases ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ. That law can be, that punishment can be applicable of past or future as well. Next, no double jeopardy. For one offense, one punishment. No twice a punishment. Okay. ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಕೊಲೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಜೈಲಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಮುಗೀತು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಅಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Okay. For one crime, only one punishment. No self incrimination means no forceful witness against yourself. No forceful. ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ನೀವೇ ವಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Forcefully. Okay. That is not valid also. Any doubts till now? How many times national emergency have been declared? 3 times. National emergency 3 times. 1962, 1971, 1975. How many times President's rule have been declared? 125 times.
Now, one
1? 134. In Lakshmikant, they have given 125. That will not, they will not ask that kind of question, but you should know, okay, 100 plus times President's rule have been declared unfairly. So most frequently, President's rule have been imposed in Manipur and Uttar Pradesh. Manipur, Uttar Pradesh nalli, it is around about 10 times to 11 times. Okay. Longest duration of President's rule is in Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir. It is over 12 years. See, if it goes beyond 3 years, ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ President's rule again impose ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. But it is in rarest of the rare case. Maximum is for only 3 years. But beyond 3 years also, President's rule can be imposed. But rarest of the rare case President's rule can be imposed only for 3 years. But Election Commission of India should give the report that in this state, the conduction of elections will be going to held with the law and order ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾರು? Election Commission of India. Without giving the approval by the Election Commission of India, election can't be declared there. It can't be conducted. If there is a law and order is maintained in that particular state, then Election Commission of India can conduct the election. Think there is a lot of violence. In that time, how can the Election Commission of India can conduct the elections? Are you understanding? Think there is a lot of strikes are going on, and also there is a lot of violence going on. A time ಅಲ್ಲಿ conduction ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತದನಾ elections? No. Firstly, they should maintain law and order. The police should maintain law and order. Then a peace ಬಂದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ Election Commission of India will conduct the elections. Once there is a conduction of election, new state government can be formed. New political party or the political party, they will take the administration. There is a judgment, landmark judgment regarding S.R. Bommai versus Union of India. Basavaraj Bommai tanne. S.R. Bommai, he filed a case against government of India. Okay. See, during President's rule, when there is an imposition of President's rule, that was not being challenged in any court of law. But S.R. Bommai versus Union of India, the Supreme Court given a landmark judgment that even during President's rule, there is a judicial review. Got it? Who is having the power to declare President's rule? President is having. But if the President declares the President's rule, that too judiciously and with the honestly and justiciably, then it can be continued. Sumne central government now, if they pressurize the president to impose the president's role, during that time, the Supreme Court will give the judgment to undeclare the president's role. Constitutional machinery breakdown ಆಗಿದ್ದು ನಿಜಾನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗಿದೆನಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ that will be continued. Okay, think that they are misusing. The central government is pressurizing the president to bring this president's rule in that particular state. If it is being misutilized, then the Supreme Court will give the instruction for the president to undeclare that president rule. This article 356 is also given a judicial review. That is what in SR Bommai case they have given the judgment. Supreme Court gave the judgment. Okay. Okay. By this, we have completed this chapter. Okay, we'll wind up the class. You want to write the exam tomorrow or else Tuesday?